this article, I got chills up my spine because this weekend I've been doing a lot of research on pensions, and I discovered a documentary that I'm going to release later today or tomorrow that will bring tears to your eyes because it's something that, unfortunately, this event is just not related to pensions, but yet this story here. GE to freeze pensions for 20,000 workers. And so this is, once again, this is the season we're in, and it's 2019. And as I keep saying, 2020 and beyond, you will really find out the promises that were given for your time and energy, your skills will be reneged upon just because the system is so flawed and so immoral that there's no way of fulfilling the promises, because all these promises, every single promise that has to do with a financial product of some kind was given during a time when the markets, interest rates, and all those things were quote unquote normal. But the new normal is closer to zero, negative this, no return here, no yield there, or you gotta go risky. But GE to freeze pensions for 20,000 workers. Conglomerate says freeze lump sum payments will reduce pension deficit by up to $8 billion. Will reduce pension deficit. Think about that, deficit. There's not enough to pay their obligations, up to $8 billion. Give you an idea what's going on here, I'll link it below, but yet, this is what's real. General Electric Company said it was freezing its pension plan for about 20,000 U.S. workers and offering pension buyouts to 100,000 former employees. Chief Executive Larry Culp has made paying down debt one of his priorities since abruptly becoming CEO a year ago. GE's traditional pension plans, which are underfunded by $27 billion as of the end of 2018, are one of the company's biggest liabilities. Think about it. Liabilities. A pension, your defined benefit plan or payout monthly for the rest of your life is a liability to a corporation. And so this is just unfortunate news because majority of those people who are former employees and current retirees, they've given their best. They've given 20, 30, 40 years of their life to a company. And more than likely, they were promised to be taken care of and provided for the rest of their lives, but they're about to find out that these promises cannot be lived up to because why? It says it's one of the company's biggest liabilities. They never factored in that they couldn't make all these promises regardless of impacts of the economy and things of that nature. And so people are about to take a buyout. And so that means you're going to get a lump sum. A lump sum means that there's only so much they're going to give you. Therefore, you are responsible for then turning it over to someone else, more than likely. That will do what? Put it into the market. What's going on with the markets? The markets are unhealthy. They're crumbling. Globally, there's nowhere to run if you're in financial products of this nature because it's all based upon the stock market and bonds are negative. The stock market is overinflated. There's going to be problems. There's no way of avoiding the problems if you're in traditional financial products. And the pension plan system, according to the research I've done this weekend, is nothing new. It's been around forever. It took off more so in the early 20th century as a way during the wartime to get people to commit their lives to the company, to give their very best. But yet, once again, there's issues with that plan that happened in 1960. The very first company that presented this problem to the United States of America was a company called Studebaker, which was an auto manufacturing company based out of Ohio. John F. Kennedy was responsible for then looking into it further. From 1960 onward, pensions have become a problem. And then a documentary I'm going to share with you. Please make sure you guys watch it and share it because it will definitely get you thinking about this pension system. But yet, if you just put in the word retirement, you put in the word 401k, 403b, annuity, you put in any of those things into this very same scheme, you will be no better off, in my opinion. But the company said it would contribute up to $5 billion in cash to the pension plan next year to meet funding requirements. GE contributed $6 billion to shore up the plan last year, and on and on and on. And so it gets into more. I see something about Many large employers, GE has shifted to the 401k retirement plan in place of its traditional pension program. Okay, 401k. Do you know the history of a 401k? It is a mistake. It is an accident that came about in 1974 and took off in 1978 because there's one way of shifting responsibility from the corporation onto the person itself. And so one of the benefits was that it took the responsibility of the corporation of 100% responsibility of taking care of you and then shifted into your hands. Your hands meaning that you were not taught anything about finances in school, but you were taught to then turn your currency over to someone to take care of for you. And once again, the only thing they can do is what they're taught, and they're taught to put it into products that are having problems at this very moment. So I can rant on and on, but I'm not going to. But definitely pay attention to what's going on. There's a documentary coming real soon.
Where does all this money go that's been paid into these pensions?
The pension system is essentially a consumer fraud, a shell game, and a hoax. As a matter of fact, when you say it's a consumer fraud, you pay it an undue compliment, because typically we think of consumer frauds in terms of short transactions, the purchase of an automobile, the purchase of a pair of pants. But with the pension system, you really have a long-term contract that may run 50 or 100 years that's designed to guarantee the security of our population. Essentially, you have an insurance contract that doesn't perform. You have an insurance contract that can't be relied on. You have an insurance contract that can't be trusted.
And I think it's a terrible thing in this country where men who work 45 years have to eat yesterday's bread. And I don't want to compete on my old legs against other old men on old legs, running down a supermarket aisle to get dented cans and stale bread. It's not a life I like. It's not a life I don't want to look forward to. So I really have nothing to look forward to at 65.
You must watch it. You must share it, because it will definitely give you a better perspective of what has been going on for so long, and it's coming to an end, in my opinion. In the next 10 years or so, people will really find out the truth. And so if you know things are not operating smoothly, if you're caught up in the system, what do you do? That's the question I'll leave with you. Leave your thoughts below, and definitely share this so people can find out about what's coming as far as the documentary I'm referring to. Enjoy your day.